Hey, so are you a Kansas City resident, or maybe you're thinking about moving to Kansas City? Well, hey, in today's video, we're gonna be talking about some of the newest things that are coming to Kansas City over the next couple of years. Some really exciting stuff. So hey, stick around to the end. We are gonna go through the list of cool things you can expect right here in Kansas City.
All right.
Let's do it.
Hi, my name's Max and this is Zach, and on our channel we like to give you all of the information about Kansas City and what it's like to live in the area. So today we're going to cover some new developments, some exciting things that we have coming new to Kansas City, and we're going to go over all that and let you know when you can expect those things to be completed. Zach and I are realtors, so if you're thinking about moving to Kansas City, just a reminder, you can reach out to us anytime and touch bases and we can help you with your move to KC. All right, let's dig into the details, shall we?
Let's do it.
All right, so one of the first things we're going to talk about is the Kansas City Current. It's down in the Berkeley Waterfront Park area, and it is actually already completed. It's been under construction for quite a while now, and they just had their first game a few days ago. One of our agents on our team, they have season tickets. He has a daughter that's in soccer. Everybody's super excited. They're excited because this is actually not only Kansas City's, but the country's first stadium dedicated to all women's sports.
Yeah.
It's a professional soccer team, women's soccer team, and City is really pumped. Tons of people came out to support the opening. Definitely a place you should know about.
Not only is it sitting right on the river, so it's got a great, it's right next to a park. It's got a lot of good things going for it, but the highway kind of cruises I-35 right past it. So I actually heard at that first game that people had their windows down. It was a nice day. You could hear cheering from the highway, so it was pretty cool.
Yeah, in fact, I just went on a listing appointment today, and some condominiums on the other side of the river by the River Market area. It was on the 10th floor. You could see the current stadium out the window. It's just a beautiful stadium and very exciting for Kansas City.
Yeah, and they even have a really state-of-the-art practice facility that's up in the Riverside, so just north of the river, but a lot of cool things for women's soccer in Kansas City across the board. Hey, next on the list is Pennway Park Mixed-Use Entertainment District. Now, this is going to be down in the Crossroads. They've already started this, and they're going to be completing it through the end of 2024, but what you got down there right now is a 170-foot Ferris wheel. It's called the Kansas City Wheel that you can get in. It's air-conditioned. Kind of like they got one in London, they've got one in Vegas. They're starting to put these things up all over the place, but super cool way to go down there, taking some city views. They're also going to be adding some other entertainment stuff down there, like sports courts, pickleball, volleyball. They're going to have this big outdoor movie screen. I'm sure you're going to be seeing concerts down there outside. And the Crossroads is a really cool walkable area anyway, so this is just going to add to all the cool, fun stuff you can do. I know we were just talking about, they do a First Fridays. It's kind of artsy down there, so there's lots of art stuff you can do, go walking down the street and shopping, and it's just going to really add to the vibe down there.
Yeah, the Crossroads is phenomenal. We have a video, a vlog on the Crossroads, so definitely check that out. Yeah, it's really changed the skyline with the Ferris wheel. When you're driving through Kansas City, the skyline has changed, and for the better. It's beautiful, and it's right down by the Kaufman Performing Arts Center, which is a beautiful piece of architecture as well. So yeah, exciting things going on for the Crossroads, and we have another one on our list that might be changing the Crossroads too, so stay tuned for that. All right, number 3 on our list is the Rock Island Bridge transformation.
Yeah, that's a good one.
It is pretty exciting. It's supposed to be finished this summer, so we don't quite have it done, but we're almost there. It is a bridge, I believe, built in the 1900s, early 1900s, over the Kansas River. It goes into the West Bottoms, which I believe used to be used for the stockyards. Kansas City used to be a big cattle exporter for quite a few years. I think the Kansas City bought the bridge in the 80s, and it sat unused for quite a few years. And they're spending $12 million to put an entertainment district on top of the bridge, bars and nightlife and music venues. It's going to be super cool. It's right by the Kemper Arena, and it's going to be a really awesome place to go down and hang out and get it on.
You'll be able to sit there and have a burger on a bridge that used to deliver cattle in and out of the city.
Man.
Something right there on the
History comes first, full circle.
They've also going to be adding a lot of walking trails. This kind of comes back to the whole city concept of making everything like a 15-minute city. So it'll be a lot of walking trails. Like you said, Kemper Arena's right down there. They're even putting in like a zip line, I hear, across it, so you can go zipping across the bridge, shops, drinks. I mean, when have you ever been to a restaurant or bar suspended over a river?
Never. I do know that some other towns have that, and we're not breaking any ground here, but it is going to be groundbreaking for Kansas City, which is all part of a revitalization that they're doing around the waterfront areas down in downtown Kansas City. There's rivers that run right through the area, and that is a theme that you'll see is a lot of the development is around the waterfront. They're trying to create a renaissance, so to speak, in downtown Kansas City, and we're pumped about it.
Yeah, it's coming along well. All right, so next we have the Streetcar expansion. So currently Kansas City for, I don't know, how long has it been here? 5-6 years or so, it feels like?
Yeah, not too long.
We've got the Streetcar. It's completely free at this point in time, but it only goes to kind of a couple hot spots, kind of like halfway through the downtown area. But anyway, they've got plans to triple the expansion of the Streetcar. They're getting ready to spend $350 million to complete this expansion, which is going to triple the length of the Streetcar. So it's going to take it all the way down south to the Plaza, which is the premier shopping entertainment district for Kansas City, and then bring it up north through all the hot spots. And you know, Kansas City's really not known for public transportation, so it is cool to have stuff like this to kind of get around in downtown. Downtown's full of one-way streets and narrow streets and limited parking, so having this option to really navigate the city for free to pop off, it helps all the businesses down there and just makes it really easy to get around and see the city.
And safer, because if you're out and drinking and going to all these bars and nightlife, we don't want you driving around, so.
Or fall off the bridge, you might bring a life jacket to me.
Yeah, take the Streetcar for gosh sakes, yeah. Okay, so next we've got the South Loop project.
I like this one.
It's pretty insane. They're gonna spend $45 million, I think. Is that what it is? Private investment money to build a park over a highway. It's a highway that goes right through the heart of downtown, right by the Power and Light, and a couple other proposed projects that we're gonna mention. But they're gonna build a park over the entire highway, right in the middle of downtown. There's a couple other cities that have this, and it's going to be awesome.
I think what's really needed down there too, it's a super walkable. This is right just south of the Power and Light District, so you're already going down there for your concerts, for eating, hanging out, bars, restaurants, all that good stuff. So to throw a park in the middle of it, it's close to everything. It's right there in the center. It's just going to really add to the city.
The Power and Light District and then the Crossroads are kind of disconnected from one another by this major highway that runs through the middle of Kansas City. So by putting a park over the top of it, you're going to be able to cross over that highway at pretty much any area. It is going to improve the walkability of the city and just make it a place you want to hang out.
Yeah, and not to mention, it's kind of unsightly. I mean, when you have to cross over, because there's only a couple streets, just like Grand and Main, where there's bridges you can go over and it's always a lot of traffic. The highway's already lower, so it just makes sense that all they have to do is build a roof over it, and then you've just got all this space. It's going to be super cool. I'm really pumped for this one.
Yeah, I don't know what they're going to do with the water and how they make it drain, but that's not up to me. That's engineers, that's above my pay grade.
Yeah.
It's going to be exciting though.
Yeah, can't wait for that one.
All right, next up we have 2026. So it's a little ways away, but the World Cup is coming to Kansas City.
What?
If you can believe that. Kansas City is a huge soccer city. In fact, Clark Hunt, the owner of the Chiefs, is a big-time soccer guy around the world. They've made a deal where they're going to play some of the World Cup games in Arrowhead Stadium. And I believe there's going to be $620 million of investment in the Kansas City infrastructure. Part of that is in Arrowhead Stadium. I have some friends that work there. The first 5 rows of seating around the stadium are making it retractable so they can pull those rows back in. I guess soccer requires a little bit bigger field than football.
Wider.
So they're doing that work right now in preparation for 2026. People are super pumped about the World Cup coming.
Yeah, that's going to be pretty crazy. Just the amount of people that are going to be. It's kind of like the Olympics for Kansas City, you know?
It is.
It's going to be crazy.
Yeah, that's a very good analogy. It's going to be huge. So we're pumped about that.
Next is the new KCI or MCI airport, which just got finished last year in February, and turns out it's pretty amazing. It's opening up a lot more flights. We're super centrally located right here in Kansas City, which makes it easy to get to a lot of places. So by having a brand new state-of-the-art airport, it's bringing more flights in, more direct flights to places. So it's been really cool. It's really easy to get in and out of. The parking, I don't know, I Can't think of anything negative to say about that.
No, it's really turned out good. It used to be that Kansas City had a different security checkpoint at every single terminal, and it made it impossible to have good, high-quality connecting flights because you'd have to go in and out of security. Now they have it just like modern-day airports that, Denver and Dallas, where you have one giant security checkpoint and all of the restaurants and everything behind that for the different terminals. So it's a state-of-the-art airport. There was some discussion that they might put it down in Johnson County on the Kansas side. And thank goodness for us Northlanders, they decided to keep it where it was and spend $1.5 billion building this brand new terminal. I think they're planning on tearing down the other old terminal and building another one with probably, a train that goes between the two. Kansas City's on the up with its airports, and I think it bodes well for all of the development in the Northland.
Yeah, and they do have a barbecue section there. So Kansas City's, barbecue capital of the world. So I was just on a flight out of there last week, and I went to this little spot I always used to eat it was a barbecue breakfast burrito. Had some brisket in it. Anyway, so I go there and I'm like, hey, I want the burrito. They're like, oh, we don't have it this time. So there is a competition. So every year a new barbecue company comes in to some of these different storefronts and constantly competing for that top barbecue spot. So when you land here, you get the taste right out of the gate.
Barbecue for breakfast, lunch, dinner, and dessert in Kansas City.
And you can get it as soon as you hit the tarmac. All right, next on the list is the old Panasonic EV plant where they're going to be making batteries for the electric vehicles. So I think Tesla's getting some batteries out of this. This is going to be on the southwest side of the city in DeSoto, Kansas, and they are spending $4 billion on this place. It is absolutely massive. We were actually out there when we did our vlog on DeSoto, shooting some images of this, and it's really cool. They've got the cranes everywhere. You can see it. It's pretty flat out there, and you can see it from miles away, and it is massive. It's built on the old ammunitions plant where they used to make ammo and bombs and stuff for wars owned by the U.S. Army, but they've decommissioned that. So they've gone in there and cleaned some of that stuff out. So they're going to put this plant in. They're also adding a massive solar power, or a solar, what am I trying to say? A solar field next to us. So they're going to be supplying a lot of energy to that city, as well as with all these jobs. We're bringing over 4,000 jobs. Going to be more people coming in, so they have Panasonic spent a lot of money on the infrastructure out there, the roads, just expanding that whole area.
Hey, maybe you're going to be working on that plant and moving to the Kansas City area. In fact, I think maybe we should probably buy some property in DeSoto because I bet you the property values are going to be going up.
Yeah, pretty soon. DeSoto's not cheap, but it's super nice.
All right, so that covers the kind of the top ones, but we do have some bonus things that are going on.
A couple things. Some are on the horizon, some are already in place, and some we hope will happen. So let's kick it off.
Yeah, so we just heard a couple days ago, Mike Parsons announced that Google, they are going to build a giant data center in the Kansas City Northland.
Pretty excited about that. But they're going to be doing some EV or some solar panels too, right? Pumping some money back into the economy.
Yeah, they've partnered with Evergy, which is our power company here in Kansas City, and I believe they're going to add 400 megawatts of solar, so carbon-free energy to add to the grid.
I have no idea what a megawatt is.
I don't know, it's a lot.
It's a lot.
A lot of juice.
A lot of sunshine. All right, next we have the Meta data center, which is formerly known as Facebook. They are already under construction up here. They've been working on that for over a year now. And with the Googles and the Metas, there's a lot of fiber in Kansas City. I think that's the first place they started because we're centrally located. They're going to build a spider web. That is over 1 million square foot facility, and I think they spent, $800 million on that project?
Yeah, they're adding a lot of infrastructure as well, some parks. It's up off 435 and 169, kind of on the way up to Smithville Lake, an enormous campus. And yeah, that's kind of part of the deal. When you get these multinational corporations that are coming in and investing in your community, they get some tax breaks, but it also comes at significant investment in the infrastructure for the city. So we're really looking forward to all the jobs and the infrastructure it's going to add.
They've got a ways to go still on that, but we've already helped at least one of the Facebook employees coming down.
We did. They reached out to us through our channel and they bought a home nearby the Meta, and they're really great people and got them into a nice place.
Last but not least, the one we're excited about. No guarantees, but we kind of want to throw it out there.
Yeah, so they're voting on this in just a few days, but Kansas City Royals have proposed a plan to build a downtown stadium in the Crossroads area, right in that area where we were talking about the park over the bridge, the Ferris wheel, right by Kansas City Power and Light. There is already a T-Mobile Center. It is down there. They used to call it the Sprint Center, but it's an indoor place where they have basketball games and concerts. Right across 670 highway that runs right through downtown. They've proposed a spot for the Kansas City Royals to build a new stadium.
Yeah, so right now the Royal Stadium's kind of out by itself on a highway off of I-70. It is convenient to get to, but after the game, you're stuck just getting out of traffic trying to drive home. So cool, especially with that streetcar. I mean, it's just all kind of coming together. To have that right downtown, you can walk out, already be in an entertainment district when you leave those doors. I think there's several cities, I think Chicago, I think there's some other cities that are set up like that, and it just works really well.
Yeah, St. Louis is just on the other side of Missouri, and they have a downtown stadium. It is fun, like all the bars and different stuff that pops up around the stadium.
And you can take the streetcar to it.
That's right.
It'll be just even better. So they just keep adding all these things. And that comes right back to that kind of 15-minute district where they're trying to make downtown, or pretty much anything you could want is within 15 minutes. So that park, the Royal Stadium, the Kansas City Wheel, all that is right there within that 15-minute walk, and just keeps making Kansas City better. So
Kansas City is growing. I think it's a great place to invest in real estate and to raise a family. So we're excited about the future in Kansas City. And if you have any questions about Kansas City and how you might be able to fit into it, reach out to us. We're happy to help you and give you the perspective. If you are dipping your toe in the pool, or if you're just diving head first, we would love to help you either way.
Yeah, so make sure you subscribe so you can be abreast of the next video that we pop out, and let us know how we can help when you're ready. If you enjoyed this video, you're probably also going to enjoy the video where we go over the 10 most expensive suburbs of Kansas City, so make sure you check that out.
Check it out.